then you can have that coach where that's his
Right,
primary job.
right.
Hell, you can have 4 players that don't know that information. All right, and your coach should deliver that information to everybody.
Beautiful.
One down. Epsilon.
Incoming!
6. Splice lost to Panda.
Yes.
Don't underestimate us. Well, that's our
Let's go. Target my mark.
fantastic start. I feel like being on the home and field advantage. Positive things.
What I will say at that time that you had that family on there. You got Nasty, Dodge, Joker, that trio, you know, supported by Shock and Drake. It's just, you know, nasty.
I'm a fan of Drace. Every time I watch him play, he always does some crazy stuff. I'm a massive fan. Because, as well, you know, he's definitely been improving his gameplay every single event. That's for sure. Now that looking at our overhead map, just see how the coach develop a little bit. On the screen, it's going to be Epsilon, of course, the red squad. Our blue squad. Currently, 2 kills to 1. Oh man, I'm hurt! Currently, for Envyus, watch out that B-Hill guy. It is being taken by Epsilon.
Yes, it is here. And as you see here, you got you have Epsilon here. Okay, they have a 2-0 control point. All right, and they actually are playing for this trim cap. Team Envyus is coming off a spawn, and they're rushing in here. But Epsilon's gonna give it up. They're not gonna opt to fight for that hill and lose majority of their men, even though it is on 10-second respawn. But you see Praise, Ribs, hawking them down here, pushing back out. Epsilon has a good control over B. And before Team Envyus can do anything else, they need to make sure they get B at all costs.
And that was one of those decisions which is very, very tough to make in the heat of the moment. But Epsilon decided, hey, let's not put too much pressure on. Let's back away, play our lives, play the long game. Problem, however, is when you do try and play a long game against a team like Team Envyus, who can all of a sudden just get a wave of kills, you know, start slaying pretty heavily, can come back and bite you in the butt. As it stands, that B-Hill now flipped over back in Team Envyus' favor. As I said, Team Envy will be our blue squad and Epsilon our red squad for map number 2.
Yes, it is here. And as you see here, Toy being very, very evasive there. He's trying to make sure he gets around here. He's going to see all these members in front of him. So Team Envyus, they are good here. You see the scores is relatively close. And now Epsilon is losing control of their home hill. They got 3 resources going over here towards the B hill. Toy needs to come up clutch in this 1v1. Phelpsy could not afford not to finish that fight out. Domination coming in here. Epsilon, can they do it here? They're definitely getting the points that they need. They need to hold off A as long as possible. The 2 cap is it.
Yeah, I think Epsilon's going to be able to take this. I don't think Ribs was able to cap that A-hill quick enough. And in actual fact, the A-hill isn't going to go through. All right, Epsilon.
Okay.
We see you showing a little bit of life here in Mexico City.
Okay,
Epsilon,
it look like their cup
1.
is half full and not half empty.
I see what you did there.
All right, so Epsilon.
You're just full of puns today.
Yo, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I think in a past life, I was telling somebody, like, I was probably a musician. But if I was, I might have been, like, a rapper in a different lifetime.
It makes you think quick. You know who is a really good rapper? Energetics.
Oh, yeah. He dropped bars one day.
He
dropped bars, but I was probably, like, a rapper in
phenom.
Prehistoric age.
What, caveman rapper?
Yeah. Ooga, aga, ooga, aga, aga. All right, let's stop.
Yeah. I don't
Let's
know
stop.
where you were going with that, but anyway, Epsilon.
But like I said, like I would have been, right? I can't do it now in this body.
I respect it. Weapon placement, not really much to talk about there. It's just going to be a block on our home hills from Team Envyus.
I want to hashtag cringe myself in the chat, please.
Jesus Christ, guy.
Sometimes you gotta.
This is only game 1 of the tournament.
Sometimes you gotta do it to yourself, okay? We just gotta be honest out there, okay?
I think the chat doesn't enough for you. Looking at Ash's perspective, he's immediately going to get dropped solos. Meanwhile, picks up the meat shield, looking to put the pressure back up towards B. And I think that first round may have put Team Envyus a little bit off guard here. But Ghastly just trying to get a little bit of control now of that B hill. Should be good. And they'll be able to start earning themselves a bit of a lead. But no, Solos prematurely jumps off it. Maybe trying to bait out one of those Epsilon players. But unfortunately, the bait didn't catch any fish. And he's going to have to back away.
Yes, it is. Epsilon, though, as we see, they have a. So you remember, as I was talking about, just based off the geography of the map, some teams play. You know, they fight better in different areas, you know?
Right.
So the team fight here for this B hill has been working out in Epsilon's favor so far. That's what won in that last round.
And you think about, all right, let's say Epsilon win this round, right? They go 2-0 up. You look at Envyus to essentially say, all right, well, let's put something on plat. Let's try and mix that fight up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's going to be one
That's
of those.
where you do. You change it because if you can't win a fight there in the pillars, you 100% throw boom shot, drop shot on that platform because that's where the hill's gonna be at halftime, and you just start that fight off right away, so you have more rounds to adapt.
Exactly.
Okay, and so it's
more information as well.
exactly get more information as well. Yep.
Looking at Ash now though from Team Epsilon. Looking to push over once again towards that B hill. It is Envy that have control of it. Very good at locking in a full setup on down. One of their strong points as a squad is now Sam starts as a sub, launches out that smoke grenade for his teammate who's already trying to go in for that entry kill. And speaking of entries, there it is. Ash cleans up Solars, but Solars also managed to clean out Ash as well, so it was traded. Franchise though, he's going to shut down Craze. Then goes Sam, has the 2v1. Fran though, somehow still alive. Fran Felty, oh no! Oh no! Franchise just, oh, well, there's not.
Yo, that man.
English language to describe what
I don't think anybody can take away from Franchise the improvement that he's made in his gameplay over the last few months. He's taken it amongst himself not to be that weak link on his squad. And we've seen him time and time again, you know, just come up on clutch plays. You know what I'm saying?
The guy is so good.
He's definitely elevated his gameplay, and that, you know, that's hard to do for somebody who's been doing professional gaming for 10 years, 10, 12 years, right? Usually you see those guys start to deteriorate. Franchise has stepped up his game in his 10th year.
And as well, it's almost as if you can just see how little of an ego he has.
Yes.
A lot of players, you know, of stature within esports would look at it and say, I don't need to improve.
Yeah.
Why do I need to bother improving? Whereas Franchise is the type of guy to say, hey, let me improve. Let me try and be the best player in this team.
Exactly.
Let me do everything I need to possibly do. And let's not forget, he's the in-game leader as well.
Yeah, and you got look at all the muscle he got. You got Praise, Toy, Solars, okay? Like
lineup around him.
Okay, you got Ribs over here making all these rotations that needed to be made. All right, and we saw him step up his game playing map 1. All right.
That's true.
Hey, if anything, like he needs to be in competition. Not you want to. It's good to have a little friendly competition amongst your teammates though. But he needs to be in that little competition. Say, yo, friend, I'm about to do better than you.
I'm coming for you.
Like I'm coming for you. You know. Hell, the rest of the squad is like, you know, they kind of there. Okay.
Epsilon, they placed the Boltox.
So we saw pretty much 2 blocks, right? We saw the block in the truck was the Envyus' first placement. They didn't want to see no support weapons placed down. They didn't want to see no funky incinerator grenades come out as well. And we see the second block from Epsilon. So now these next few placements, we're going to be seeing snipe. No, well, actually, we still have the option of seeing nades. They're not out the questions yet. But I think we will see something big here being placed soon.
You're not a fan of the Boltox?
Well, the Boltok is a block weapon. I don't care what nobody tells me.
Really?
100%.
I've seen a couple of players saying, "Hey, Boltok is pretty powerful."
But it's not like they don't. It doesn't hold enough weight to really change the strategy. It's that people use the Boltok, so at that point, it's like both teams have a block in those dual spawns, depending on the map. Because you don't put the Boltok in the dual spawns. You can't put it across the center line of the map. You know. So because sometimes teams want to save their block for one of the center points and not for the dual points. So it's like, yo, just throw the Boltok there. Ain't nobody gonna change their strategy, go back and get the Boltok. I don't care if you're McCree, okay, Pistolero, all right, I don't care if you're from the Wild Wild West.
Could be high noon.
Okay.
You never know. But looking at this round, it is Epsilon in control here. 68 points to 37 for Team Envyus. B-Hill, though, is being equipped. There's going to be Envy putting the assault on Sam desperately trying to put down some lines of fire. Craze is going to be over there as well, but I believe Craze was just cleaned up by Solars. So potential for more pressure to come through. Solars doing a good job of playing his life in.
No, he definitely did right there. And we start to see Team Envyus. They're fighting back here. They're getting control over this B. Epsilon has been doing good so far. They have them on their heels now.
This is where they can be aggressive as well, actually. They can put the pressure on the home hill here.
They didn't get B, though, but now they do have somebody capping B. But here we go. Phelps, he has something to say about that.
Phelps, he tries to put down some shots. He does have teammates coming off spawn. And in fact, everyone up now for Epsilon should be able to get a bit of control here. Meanwhile, Toy just backs away ever so much. Doesn't need to run away too much. And you see Toy, the aggressive player he is. As soon as you give him a little bit of an opportunity.
Yo, you get that, yeah, exactly. You get that man an inch, he takes a mile, okay? You really have to keep the pressure on that boy.
Toy falls, but immediately picked up. Meanwhile, now Epsilon, we're, you know, just over 2 minutes played, and they're starting to think again, how do we try and retake this B hill? We've seen a couple of efforts come in from them, which haven't really.
I see a lot of team fire from these boys, though. See a lot of team fire. Here's these Boltox in the hands of Solars.
See, game changing. Game changing.
Oh! Oh! Oh, why you do it to him? Why you do it to him? Here comes his teammate Praise to clean it up. Like just the movement, he was one shot away from dying. He managed to close the gap, pull off that kill, and that secured his team control over that B hill. And now they're about to take this lead.
Exactly. More importantly, you look at that deficit now, just down to what 2 points, in fact, and ticking away. And as you said, Envyus now take control, and they've taken control a crucial part of the game. Just over 30 points needed, or just under 30 points, I should say. As Ash now once again tries to spring into life over towards the B hill. Boltok in hand says, nah, that one wasn't really working out as well as I wanted it to. Was able to find the pick.
Look at them. Like I just feel like
you gotta jump on that B hill like now.
Yeah, and then here comes the decap.
Someone better be
yeah, the overextension needs to happen.
At least get the neutral and get out. Someone has to be.
Too late.
I don't think anyone is going to be there.
But no,
time got the better of them.
But no, I thought it was kind of funny how we talk about the Boltok being a placement holder.
Hey man.
And for some reason the Gears guys is showing all these Boltok players like on the screen right now.
Hey man. Shout out to the Gears gods behind the scenes. Boltok is valuable. Boltok. Hey, I know Waldo was doing some weapon statistics. He was looking at damage.
Yeah.
And, he's been sharing some information with us. So.
Yeah,
he is the be-all and end-all.
Pretty much what we learned from that is that the pistol does a lot of damage up close, less damage far away, and the Lancer does more damage far away than it does up close.
Mind-blowing.
Which is pretty interesting if you ask me. But
Illuminati confirmed.
Well, but hey.
2-1 anyway in favor of Team Envyus. Weapon placement, of course, goes back over to Epsilon. Looking at the kill feed, or sorry, the scoreboard, I should say, Craze with 14, looking very, very good. Of course, something placed at the top of the map. It was Epsilon that placed it. What is your bet?
Ooh, Incense.
Incense. All right.
Yeah. What's your bet?
I'm gonna say Embar.
All right, Embar. Okay, let's see.
Why not, right? Let's see what it is. Oh,
was it frags?
It's frags.
Okay.
Frags, so you were closer, so I'll give you the point on that one. As Hydrone is the man with the plan. How is he going to use these nades? And support. They're currently just trying to get on that B hill. Throws out a good one, but I don't think that's going to actually connect with Praise. Praise too quick to roll out of it.
But some pressure. They're definitely able to push them back. Here comes Toy eyeing the situation, yo. And he's just going to spring into action. He's going to pick up a kill right here. Look like it's still like the guy down. Oh, no, he did clean it up. Take that back.
Yeah,
he will get over there.
Yeah. Came in and helped him out as Toy was trying to focus on that back B fight. Nice help comes in from Graham, but you just see Envy, they're just swarm. They're like bees almost. They see the pup honey and they're just going straight for it.
Oh yeah, but yo, you see the kills being picked up right here. Epsilon, that break has actually kind of worked out well for them. They're in here and they're causing some commotion. They're winning their fights. Maybe they needed that break to kind of get their heads in the game and like, hey, shake it off. We can't be taking no L's out here.
Breaks, my friend.
Tactical timeouts.
That's what I'm all about. Hey, it works.
We might not like them as casters, and you guys might not like them in the stream. But when they happen, and players start coming back and start putting up a fight, it makes for a good game, right?
Convenient. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Ribs. Meanwhile, on your screen now for Team Envyus, looking once again to try and make.
Oh, the backhand.
Toy shuts up Crazed as well. They're going to have to give up control of the B hill, though. Numbers just get the better of the Envyus boys, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like anyone's really going to be able to overextend towards their home hill. The problem they have, though, is Epsilon tearing towards that C hill. You'd expect to see that potentially traded out. It is Envy that do have the score lead, 125 to 118. Hydrone, though, a bit of a misroll comes through there, but he should be okay.
No, he definitely should be. And all right, take a look at this score right here. Still a good even game, as we've seen every round beforehand. It has been a close match. So, the B hill is in control of Epsilon. This is good because they should be able to get their home hill back very soon, and they can still win it with a 2-cap at this point.
Are you surprised we haven't seen Epsilon maybe go for kind of bigger power weapon?
You know what? They feel like these rounds have been close. So
they have, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't want to put anything too drastic where they fail because they won't be able to take it off till round 6. They're stuck losing, in a difficult situation if it doesn't work out for the next 3 rounds. So, and I can respect that because in those situations, when you start to find your groove, try to stick with what works, right?
Stick with it, right? Yeah. Don't go mixing things up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Problem, however, is Team Envyus, they ain't broke either. B and C currently in their control, 196. They just need 12 points now, and they will be able to secure their 3rd round here. Sam, he's going to be really the front runner here for Epsilon. He does find the first kill, but you can just see, once again, time gets the better of this Epsilon squad, and that was really the story in the last round as well.
But hey, they should not be out of it. you really shouldn't see the curtain start to close until till after second half. But it is easy for them to come back and tie it up because those respawn timers are so high. So they're definitely still in this game here. We are going to be on 18-second, 20-second respawns. There we go. Force that fight, big fella. Force that fight here on the platform. Boom shot will be dropped. And I told you, like I said, Benson, these later rounds, it's going to all come down to people won't even cap their home hill.
What's the point, right? You need that boom shot.
Yeah, and these hills are so close, yeah.
As well. There's really no point in not going for it. And I mean, we'll see the difference in strategy.
Yeah, as we see an overhead map, nobody's going down there to the bottom half of that map.
Someone from Envy actually capping that A hill. That could be a costly mistake. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, if I'm Epsilon, I have to recognize that quickly and say,
nah,
hey,
yeah, you should be, yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly.
Go, don't waste any time at all. And that seems to be the plan of action. Graves comes in here, able to find two.
Oh, this may have been a good.
Trying to overextend. Is he going to be able to find the pick? Toy's still alive. Doing a good job. Boom shot has been picked up.
Good heads up play by Kraz right there. But Fran on the flank with the quick double, that's going to get Fran boom shot as well. And he's going to go down. If he was able to pocket that, I think he had plenty of time. He's going to tap up on this one.
Oh, just in the nick of time, Sam gets that.
Yeah, he may have had time to get his life back. This is where you go. This is where you need to go be pushing for Envy's home hill at this point. I don't play for this.
I mean, that seems a very passive play with Boom.
I think it's definitely a passive play. Hell, you kill anybody that you see in your way, and you take those numbers. You're still going to have the man advantage. You'll force all of them to have to fight on top of their home hill. But
you don't. I feel like Boom, especially in a round like this, it's the 5th round, right? You don't want to use it to defend the hill.
Yeah.
You want to use it to take a hill.
So check this out. So if this was like in the second half and they did that, it may have been definitely bad news bears for them. Okay. It may have been definitely bad news bears for those guys. But you come in and you take a look at this right here. They have a good setup. They have a very, very good setup. They had nades. They got 2 boom shots. And so now what it's looking like, Epsilon holding off. But Team Envyus has just made a heads-up play. And now they're going to be pushing for Epsilon's home hill. And they managed to get over there and break that. But I want to say Epsilon has rotated back across map. Yep, they have switched it off, and they went for Team Envy's home hill. So that was Kraz who made that great heads-up play, and he's going to be dropping back to the rest of his teammates. But here comes Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier coming in to make it happen, okay? But boom shot's going to be out. The triple nade by Kraz, the overextension, and the triple nade at the same time. Kraz keeping his team in here. 20-second respawns, ready to make things happen.
And you see Sam just kind of crawl back into that hill, desperately trying to get it capped, and it will be capped. It's under Epsilon's control. Epsilon with the lead as well, 142 to 116. Now the question, how are Envy going to react? You have to think about that next potential boom shot that could be coming up. Something to really consider, and I talk about it. There it is on the floor. Is someone going to be able to grab it from Epsilon and get out with their lives? It's going to be Hydrone. Doesn't want to necessarily fire it out. Hydrone just killed Phelpsy, and Hydrone's died. It's Ribs that's killed him.
Wow. No. Wow. No, don't do it. Oh. Yo, this is what you don't want to happen. Bruh. You want to say it or you want me to say it?
I'm going to let you say it because I feel like I say it too much.
You can't play kitty cat, okay, when you get triples and doubles and boom control and map control on 20-second respawns. You can't.
I go.
Like, you can't do that and expect to come out of here with a trophy, beat Optic, beat Envy, and you got all that damn advantage. All right?
Shame to see.
Like, you keep yourself in a certain tier when you don't make plays off of that, okay? For a second, I wanted to give them benefit of the doubt and say, you know what, they got nades, they had boom shot, and I think initially it was okay. But then they got triples and overextensions, and they were still running the map, and you all die? The hell?
You can see, guys, not too happy about that one. Meanwhile, though, the game does, of course, continue. The score 4 rounds to 1 as we go into the final round of the first half. On board with Franchise. Praise already got himself Boom. And you think, Boom, 4 dead. All right, let's mark this one up to Team Envyus. It looked as if it would be better for Epsilon. They won that first round, guy, and everything was looking good for them.
Yep.
But sadly, not able to continue through. I say that should be the domination. It is the domination. It does finally come through. And, I mean, a dominating first half right there from Team Envyus.
Oh, 100%. 100% dominating first half right there. Epsilon, they'll go back and watch that one. And they'll see, because, like, You just have to have your confidence. You have to win in those situations. They had every advantage right there. You give a team like that opportunities to think. Okay, you give a team an opportunity to come back. That's like, okay, when it comes down to optic, right? Any top team, you have their backs against the wall, okay, and you have the pressure. The more time you give them guys to think, the more time you give yourself to get screwed over.
Just got to finish them.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. You have to finish it off.
As soon as you give them a second to breathe, they're going to take that.
Envy had all the time to think right there, Vincent, and we saw them. They came up with a great plan, great comeback. A lot of educated players on that team, a lot of vets, and we just saw what that veteranship looks like right there in that round 6.
Sure do. Now, of course, the first round of the second half, and we're going to be looking at Solar's perspective here from Team Envyus. He's already putting pressure on the Epsilon home hill, and actually tapped up there. Solar's got to be careful, my friend. Pulls out the pistol and tries to get some damage down. Of course, you saw a couple of Lancer fire coming in through his teammate. So that may actually be Toy trying to provide that. In fact, Ribs, by mistake, over from that platform side. But Solar does a good job, gets out with his life.
There you go. You're going to see him backing down just now. All right. And so now we're going to have Team Envyus locking down the platform. They're holding 2 caps. This is fine. They don't have to rush it, okay? To go up, to get that 6th round, go up match point, hold this. The ball is in Epsilon's court. You know, you got low respawns right now. We're only on 10-second respawns. We got no power weapons on the map. Envyus is playing it smart right now.
And bear in mind, that was the round Epsilon won.
Yeah.
10-second respawn, no weapons on the map. That was the one round Epsilon was able to kind of claw together.
When these hills flip on halftime, the geography of the map changes. Let's say the location of these team fights change.
Yep.
And some teams are better on one half and not the other.
Sure are. Looking at franchise perspective, some good shots going down, and just kind of highlighting that team fire that comes through from Team Envyus and how strong it is. 6-1. I mean, if Epsilon come back and win this, great for them, but it just does not look likely at all. Envyus really making a statement. And I think, you know, maybe a couple of haters out there might say, oh, how much of a statement is it? It's only Epsilon. Yeah. Epsilon is a good squad. Yeah. They are. It's the number 1 squad of the European region. Exactly.
They've earned that, too.
I think this is Envy really coming here saying, hey, we dropped the ball in London. We're not dropping the ball again in Mexico.
And they're even better than some of these North American teams, to be honest with you. We're starting to see, you know, and I hate to say it, but we've started to see a different Splice squad. I feel like, you know, I haven't seen a dominant Splice performance since in Columbus, you know? And so when it comes down...
I mean, they've already lost 2-0.
Yeah.
They're already 0-1 in their pool as well. But
I hear Splice is like the #1 international team, but I think Epsilon takes that cake.
Potentially, I would love to see Epsilon versus Splice. That would be
awesome.
One game where I think you get the answer to that kind of question.
Let's manifest it. We're gonna say it's gonna happen. If it happens, you guys heard it here first. Okay?
People are gonna start thinking we're rigging
now
things.
You know what positivity you can do in your life.
Boom shot, of course, was dropped by Epsilon in what seems like potential desperation move. They have put themselves in a better position in this round. However, Toy Soldier.
He can pick up that boom shot and cover. But yeah, I think he's got to make sure he risks his life for that boom shot because somebody's trying to get it. He missed his
Toy
right there.
Toy. Nope.
Yeah, his little missed movement. Sometimes Toy does like mess up his movement.
He is human.
No, we don't see it. Yeah,
he is human. The mistakes can be made. It's a sign of it right there. Look at the score, 55-52. Crazy's got his hands on boom shot. And realistically now, Epsilon find themselves in a great position to try and make something happen here. But unfortunately, as soon as you see him try and be aggressive, he's forced to back away.
Yes, they are forced to back away right here. And so they're holding off. Yeah, multiple members down, but Team Envyus, they're in a good position. Most of their players are up. We should see them get out of this spawn sooner than later. Ashley's there you go, get some cover. All the smokes are coming out. Team Envyus is not going to stay here for too long. They're making the push. They know they can't sit back and they tail between their legs. Yeah,
12-second respawn round as well. So like you said, Envy, they're coming off respawn very, very quickly. And you have to start thinking about that next boom shot coming into play, as well as that. Look at the score, 109-93. It is Epsilon with that lead. E-Hill should be good to go in their favor. And Phelpsy actually trying to be aggressive here on the home hill, potentially going for the domination. Instead, goes for the neutral, backs away, plays his life. Very, very smart decision from Phelpsy.
Very, very, very smart decision right there by Phelps. And so now the pressure's on. This is match point, but Epsilon, they do have a lead by 20 points here. Team Envyus, both teams in control over one hill. Now here come Epsilon controlling the two. Team Envyus, what can they do? What can they do?
I mean, they still have time. Time is definitely not too far against them. They can win this just off a 2-to-1 hill advantage. Problem is, they're struggling to break into this neutral hill. Finally, Toy's able to do it. But you see just how one-shot he was, desperately trying to get away. Solars, he's weak as well, but Solars turns around, gives Sam the business, looks for more. All Envy's able to do there is neutralize that E-hill, and that's about it. Boom's going to go back to Phelpsy, and realistically, with that tool in your inventory, there's no reason.
This is where you end it, right?
Exactly, there's no reason you lose this round.
They had Team Envyus in this position before. Play some good boom shots, don't back up. They want to play, see, they're playing for this 2-cap here, right?
Uh-oh. You don't want to use your boom. Nicely played.
Okay, smart move right there. You got 2 more down. You got 3 down. Okay, but at this point, I'm still pushing forward. You know?
I've seen rounds like this lost, which is why I'm so pessimistic to this playstyle. And yes, those rounds are lost because of mistakes. It looks like Epsilon, though, not going to be making any mistakes in this one. They will win their second round of the map. But this is the thing, right? It's all good and well doing that against, you know, like maybe an Envyus, but you do that against on the day up to gaming. They're the type of team with 3 seconds left who are going to trip cap you, and you're going to sit there looking at each other saying, what the hell just happened?
That's very true.
I feel like you have to get into a habit, right?
Yeah.
And some habits may not work against, you know, certain teams. I think that's part of the learning experience. But as soon as you get an advantage, you have to take it. You just do.
I agree. And maybe that last situation wasn't the one for them to actually go to 3-cap, you know? They had 3 kills down. They had the 2-cap. They played it safe, right?
They're
behind. They don't want no risk. They playing it safe. They're not trying to...
I still think dominations are more demoralizing, though.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's like a psych
it's
thing.
Still good. Like that's why I say I always see Optic. They go for those dominations, even if they got enough points to win, right? They're gonna just draw you to the home hill. It's like they're gonna just huddle you up on that home hill and just keep you in one location the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're not gonna set up on a 50-point map and wait for you to push out, set up, formulate a strategy. You know, keep them on the edge of their hills the entire round.
Envy, they decide to block off up top where that old B hill used to be.
Too.
So realistically, a good decision from them. They don't want to split that fight up, but as the longer this kind of goes on, maybe Epsilon just are better at that platform fight. Maybe that could be a bit of an early block coming in there from Team Envyus. Will they regret that a little bit later on? We talk about trip caps, one potentially in the works here. Ash, he's on that D hill. How long can they? Oh, I didn't get it in time. The D hill neutralized.
Oh, step up to the plate.
There you go, Ash. Nicely played. He's
Step
getting.
up to the
Oh,
plate.
nicely played from Ash.
job,
Finds
Ash.
himself 3. And that's the exact type of play you need from Epsilon if they're going to have any chance of clawing their way back into this one. Now 6-3 down. The big question I feel on a lot of Epsilon kind of lips right now is going to be how much can they do that? How many rounds can you win that opening against Team Envyus before they do something different? I mean, for Envy, what is it going to be? Support fire potentially on their home hills? The sniper rifle slow down the game a little bit? You think about the sniper, right? As soon as that player tries to pick up boom, they're static for a couple of seconds. You give maybe Fran, even Toy, that sniper rifle.
And I'm pretty sure one of them has an angle. One of them has an angle to be able to see that boom shot. Because it is right in the open, they want to slow that down. But we usually don't see too many teams do that and place a snipe on this map. If it is any team, it is Team Envyus, you know? So I have seen them go toe-to-toe with Optic.
And Epsilon didn't even bother going for the sniper, and they've given Fran one for free. That, I'm going to be honest, a little bit of a mistake. Fran is a very, very good sniper rifle player. I mean, I know a lot of people think Toy. Look, I mean, look at that. Like, what, you're really going to tell me you're going to go for boom when you got Fran just staring at it like that? I mean, that's a shot Fran isn't going to make. If Fran misses this shot, I walk over, I unplug his controller, I move him out of the way, I plug in my controller. That's a shot you cannot. Odds 1 in 5 if he misses that shot.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, you got lucky.
You got lucky.
I would do it too.
I believe you too. You savage.
Team Envyus though, a fantastic position. I love that strat of putting down that sniper rifle. Now can they get the cuts? Praised, hands the support of a teammate, and that's going to be Rips. Can they jump on the D hill? He's been neutralized, so someone has actually snuck through. Rips has a sniper rifle as well. Question is, are they going to be able to finally put them to use? Solars did have himself that boom as well. Hydron's overextended all the way over to the F hill though, so he's going to keep his team in the game. He needs to win the 1v1 against Toy though, and that's not an easy task. Both players still up. Toy cleans him out. However, Epsilon's home hill has been recapped. No points, I was about to say. 0 points. Finally, Epsilon get on the board.
Trip
Damage
cap
done.
definitely needed at this point. You ain't winning off a double here. 100% needed.
I mean, maybe you get a lucky neutralize for a while, but yeah, ain't looking good for Epsilon here. Down 6-3, desperately trying to mount a comeback. You have to expect that trip cap to come through and potentially play for that next boom shot. But as it
Rips
stands,
has a snipe of his own. He's on top of him. Toys wide here.
And that's such a smart play from Envyus because it slows down the game so
Yeah.
much. As soon as you put that sniper rifle down, you have to respect the angles because, you know, Envy, a very good sniping team. Can't just run around like headless chickens. You will be punished if you do that. Hydra looking to maybe try and get a fancy little play here on Ribs. Ribs does go down, and maybe this is the opportunity they need.
All heals being decapped. Bruh, for real? Why you leaving?
Why you always leaving?
I don't, yo, I wonder how many people was in that hill. Oh, if it's like 2, man, I still think he could have came like to the edge.
You could have forced unfavorable gunfights for 2 minutes.
Well, all he had to do was like get 1 kill, and he could have came out with a 3 cap right there. I think that was the opportunity, but he played it safe. But as I said before,
There are those chances. We talked about it last
you
round.
need a 3 cap. It's as simple as that. Okay?
Someone is either really bad at maths.
Catch him.
Peekaboo. Problem when you put that sniper rifle on the map, like I said, slows it down drastically. You better be using those smokes, cutting those angles out.
With 2, because you didn't pick.
Oh, that's
another
2.
one. Okay.
All right,
don't
DJ
oh, if he do it.
Oh, he bodied
connected
him
with the body.
Hydron's like, nah, you would have thought. Tries to back away, but look at the score once again, 170 to 120. Doesn't matter that Epsilon have 2 hills at this point. They need a trip cap, and they had a glimpse. The door was shimmering open,
Yeah,
but
he
they
just had to
decided not
stay
to
there
go
and
for
win
it.
that fight. He overthought
I
it,
don't understand
man.
why they didn't. Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was overthinking.
He was like, yeah, let me play safe, play for my life, but that was the only chance he was going to get it a 3 cap.
When you think about it, yeah. You force your teammates to support you. You
Both
force them to
those
be
heals
unfavorable.
were capping simultaneously, and I may have been wrong, but like my inner gut, years
Always
of war
trust your
feeling,
inner gut.
Yeah, it was telling me that that hill would have capped before the first person would have got there, and if the first person got there, all he would have had to do was get 1 kill.
Well, with that, that is going to be Team Envyus winning the first match here at the Mexico City Open. Convincing wins from them. Very convincing, actually. 7-1 and 7-3. That's going to kick off that campaign pretty nicely, Guy. It's always good to go 1-0 up in pool play.
No, definitely. It's always good to go 1-0 up in pool play right there.
And look at their faces.
They
just
cool,
business
calm,
as usual.
You know, we definitely got to say they definitely got to sweat right there. You know, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Definitely a few close rounds, though, but hey, it was good. The tactical timeout, you know, brought some extra energy to Epsilon, but
Sure did.
It is what it is.
Envyus, they came, they saw, they conquered their first game of pool play. Look for Epsilon to potentially bounce back a little bit, though. As we said, it is pool play. Your campaign isn't over just with 1